Hi, welcome to What That Mouth Do. This is a talk show where we invite amazing individuals onto the show and interview them on their talents and skills, many of which involve their mouths. By the end of this episode, we really get to know each other and get to the bottom of what that mouth do. Today we have Manhattan College's very own Cedric St. Louis. Cedric, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Cedric, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you do? Like, how did you get involved in music? Like, all that.
Okay, so my name's Cedric. I'm 19. My birthday's coming up in like a month.
Hmm.
I was born in Haiti, came here when I was like one. Got into music like freshman year of high school. I was listening to Nicki Minaj a lot. It was really interesting to see how like, she does like her wordplay, her
Yeah.
bars. I was like, oh, I want to like just be just like that. I want to recreate it.
Hmm.
So I started writing like songs. They were trash,
Uh,
but that's where I kind of started music, and ever since then it was just going uphill.
that's
you know.
really cool. So you would say Nicki Minaj is like your inspiration.
Pretty
For.
much. But as like time grew, I started listening to other artists like Kendrick Lamar,
Mhm.
SZA. I'd say my style is kind of like it's definitely weird, but it's a lot more emotional than most. So
No, yeah, I feel that. I actually listened to a couple of your songs off your new EP. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
of course, so this can't be real.
Yeah.
My EP. I feel like this is like the best work I have so far. Not only like song wise, but I actually went to the studio. Got a lot of studio time
Mhm.
to make sure it's like professional sound. I spent so long on this. I spent about a year and a half
Oh
working on the
wow.
beats, the lyrics, and everything, making sure everything is okay, getting the features from like my friends. So I'd say that I'm really proud of this work.
So the production is all you. The lyrics that's all you. You written all your songs.
hmm
This is like entirely your project, and yeah, this is just like all you. Like you didn't get any help besides the features, obviously.
Well, lyrically, it's all me.
Hmm.
And I wrote all the songs, like, they're dear to me, they're all emotional, it's all stuff that I've gone through. With the beats, three of the beats I made,
Hmm.
and two of them my friend Phelan made.
Okay.
So we kind of like worked on the beats together. But other than that, it's all me.
No, yeah, it's really cool. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there who would obviously be interested in making their own music, but not many of them actually go through with it.
hmm
Whereas with you, like, I can tell, like, you're really passionate about your music. You really want to get the ball rolling on it, and like, you can tell, like, with your work, like, the EP sounds great. Like, by the way,
Thank you.
um,
Thank you so much.
what like, what challenges did you face when you were making it? You know, because obviously, like, it took you a year and a half, so obviously you
Right.
faced like a lot of
It
challenges
was
there.
such an emotional roller coaster.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Because I would go to the studio, I'd record a song. First of all, it's kind of expensive. Booking, studio time was taking money out of my pocket, so I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I better not waste my time. I better do this right. But then when I got into the studio, sometimes I didn't finish the songs, and I'm like, wait, I have to book more studio time. And then leaving the studio, like hearing back what I just did, I'm like, no, this is doesn't sound like how I want it. I was like so critical of myself. I'm like, no, I don't like this. I need to change it.
Hmm.
And then I would just keep listening to it, and I'd get upset, and I'm like, yo, I should just stop. People are gonna think
Oh
this is
wow.
trash. It
Yeah.
was just a lot of like self doubt, and I'm glad I got through it. Putting this out, I was so nervous. I was very nervous to like for people to hear it
Yeah.
because I was like, what if they hear like the things that I hear and they don't
Hmm.
like it? But I've been getting a lot of good reviews, so I'm really proud of
A
that.
lot of good feedback.
Yes, a lot of good feedback.
That's always like something very reassuring for people. I know, I'm sure. Like whenever
Definitely.
like I put anything like of my projects out, like it's always like reassuring to hear that
Mhm.
oh like they really like it or they really enjoy it. And obviously you're gonna get like a lot of people who don't like it, but like that's just how it is.
Right.
But I know like with you, like your music is really good and you shouldn't have anything to
Thank
worry
you.
about that. Um, what would you say is probably your favorite song on the EP?
My favorite song, my favorite song is "You Like Him."
Mm,
Not a lot of people like that one, but just lyrically and like how I felt when I like recorded the song,
yeah.
I just really like that song. I resonate with it a lot. I
Was
mean,
it like anything that you said like during the song that like really hit home with you and like really made you feel like wow like I actually like I did that like that was like a really good line.
hmm, not really.
Not
I
really.
just like the song overall because it didn't start out like that. I had to change the beat so many times
Mm,
because it just wasn't sounding right. But when I got the final product, it was really good, and I'm like, yo, like this is it. And hearing it like for the first time completed,
yeah,
I just fell in love with it, and then ever since then, it's been like my favorite song.
that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
How were you able to like balance working on the EP and balancing like obviously your school life because
Mhm.
like for a lot of people including myself academics comes first and I'm sure
Mhm.
you are the same way too or to
Right.
some extent. How were you able to like do school and do the project?
It's very interesting because I was supposed to finish the EP before the semester started, but that didn't end up happening.
Uh,
So I had to put it on pause for a while and
Mhm.
focus on school. But then it was like a Saturday. I booked 4 hours of studio time, and I was like, yo, I have to get this done.
Damn.
And then we went and recorded all the songs
That's a
and then
grind.
finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard balancing school and music
Mhm.
because like my major has nothing to do with my hobby. You know
What's
what
your
I'm
major,
saying?
by the way?
Chemical engineering.
Okay.
So it's kind of like math, science, and then I'm over here doing like art, music,
Mhm.
and it's kind of hard to balance it. And I'm not really doing a good job, but I think it's gonna work out at the end of the day.
That's really cool to hear.
Right.
That's awesome. Was there anything that you want to tell the viewers before we cut the break, or?
I guess just listen to the EP. You'll hear for yourself. You know, you
Mhm.
might not like it, but I think for this EP, there's definitely a song that you will resonate with.
That's really cool to hear. That's
Right.
awesome. Well, Cedric, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank
When
you.
we come
Thank you
back,
for
we're
having
going to
me.
have Cedric perform for us, so everyone stay tuned.